Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your time. Okay, so the pro-gun community right now is ecstatic. We had a major win in the U.S. Court of Appeals where they remanded a case back to the lower court in Maryland as it pertained to Second Amendment rights. What rights exactly? Well, there was a ban for the last 2 years in Maryland that any assault-style weapon was illegal, as were magazines that held more than 10 rounds. You know, the old high-capacity myth that's out there. First off, a rant, there is no high-capacity weapon. When a manufacturer creates a weapon and creates a feeding device for it, that is a standard capacity magazine. And there is no such thing as a high-capacity magazine. Okay, so enough said, off my soapbox. A lot of questions have been posed by my viewers. I see them online and some of the forums that I follow and a member of. What happens next? While this was a huge decision in favor of the Second Amendment, or what happens next is key. The judges have overturned the decision of the lower court. If you haven't seen anything about this case, I'll throw up a link to the video here and the card floating around. And in that description of that video, there is a link to the decision that was put out, the narrative, so you can actually read that word for word. And so now that goes to the lower court. It gets kicked back, and what happens next? Well, if you're not familiar with the legal process, no judge likes to be told that they're wrong. And often when the U.S. court, or not even just the U.S. court, but even the state level, when an appellate court overturns a decision by the district judge or municipal judge, whatever it is, it's a kick in the teeth to that judge, because judges believe that they have all this discretion and they make the decision based off of the totality of the circumstances. And sometimes, not all the times, but sometimes judges follow their beliefs as it pertains to politics. It's true. So there are judges that are more liberal, and there are judges that are more conservative. And a lot of times, not all the time, but sometimes you get judges who only go a certain way because that is the way to do it. They're all appointed. Majority of them around the country are appointed, and they have to pay homage to the person that appointed them. No judge likes to be told they're wrong, especially by another judge. So what happens? This decision goes back to the lower court. That judge who made that decision now has to reconsider his decision based off of what was corrected by the higher judge, by the appeal court. And what they told that judge basically is that the citizens have the right to own semi-automatic rifles based on the Second Amendment. It's actually said in the decision that it was deemed an inherent right. So that's huge. They also said that limiting magazines to 10 rounds or less is illegal as well, because they said that guns are made to hold more than 10 rounds most of the time. And to limit a certain part of a firearm is illegal based on past case law and past cases. And again, if you read the description of that video I had up here from the decision, the day it came down, you can see more about that in the description. But those are the two main things that kind of punched that first judge in the mouth. You can't limit a certain firearm because it's a big black gun and a oogie boogie man says it's a bad thing. And you can't limit the number of rounds in a magazine because I think the term, I'm paraphrasing, but the term that the judge actually used in the appellate court was as the round count increases, or the ability to defend themselves increases as there's more rounds. And that's common sense. And statistics prove, if you follow statistics, in a gunfight, people miss 80% of the time. So if I have 2 rounds and I'm going to miss with at least one of them, and now I have 1 round to stop that assailant. And depending on the skill set of the person, that may or may not happen. So as I have more rounds, say I got a Glock 17 on me with 17 rounds, I'm more likely than not to hit my target and be able to protect myself. So that's the basis, the crux of the decision from the appellate court. So that goes down to the lower court. The judge is pissed because he was corrected, and now he has to review his decision. And it could take some time, because if he's still hell-bent on saying that the ban in Maryland can continue on the magazines and the assault assault-style weapons, then he has to be very careful on how he words his decision to get around what that appellate court said. Can it happen? Probably not, but we've all seen some of the stuff that they've been trying the last a couple months around the country with gun bans and some of the ludicrous stuff that's out there. But it's going to take him a while to absorb that and change his decision. And hopefully he sees the light and says, okay, yeah, that ban is illegal. And then from there, now we have a binding case that was decided, it was appealed, and it was remanded, and the decision is affirmed. So then that can start the flood across the country. Hopefully it'll come over here to Massachusetts and California and all the other states that have the stupid 10-round magazine laws, New York with 9-round magazines, and all the assault weapon bans and all that happy horse shit that's out there. Hopefully it's coming, guys. I will try to pay attention to my legal moles and let you know if I hear anything. And the same with you. If you hear anything, let me know. This is a big decision that has an effect on every gun owner in the country. It really does. Again, thank you for watching. I appreciate your time. Have a good day.